In this video, I will reveal this month's biggest risers and fallers in the FTSE 100 and all the upcoming key dividend dates that you need to know about. This is not financial advice, so please do your own research. So who are the biggest risers in the FTSE 100? At number 5, up 18%, is Glencore. Glencore is an Anglo-Swiss commodity trading and mining company. Its products include copper, cobalt, nickel and thermal coal. The company is also involved in the recycling of many precious metals. Recently the firm has enjoyed higher commodity prices. Nickel in particular has surged 28% on supply fears. Nickel is one of the main metals used in lithium ion batteries used to power all those shiny new electric cars. The dividend yield is 3.9%. At number 4, up 19%, is the London Stock Exchange. Shares have bounced higher recently on strong earnings, spearheaded by its acquisition of Refinitiv, a global provider of market data. Revenues were up 6.1%, which is ahead of market expectation. The company has produced a strong financial performance. It has met or exceeded all of its targets and has great momentum in 2022. The dividend yield is 1.2%. At number 3, up 20%, is Antofagasta. This mining company is a major international copper producer with its activities concentrated in Chile. Commodity prices have been rocketing recently. Everything from oil to metals have been moving up, partly due to the war in Ukraine. The dividend yield is 6.4%. At number 2, up 25%, is BAE Systems. This multinational arms, security and aerospace company has seen its shares rise recently as investors predict increased defence spending as a result of conflict in Europe. Dividend yield is 3.4%. And just before I reveal this month's highest riser, you may want to consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future market updates. And the highest riser this month, up 26%, is Pearson. Pearson is a leading UK education publisher and has recently been the subject of takeover speculation from the private equity group Apollo. When takeover rumours start, it tends to push share prices up. An initial bid of £7 billion was rejected. The UK stock market continues to trade at a discount to major regions, and this can attract takeover bids from abroad. Pearson pays a dividend yield of 2.6%. And now for the FTSE 100's biggest fallers this month. At number 5, down 12%, is the grocery technology company Ocado Group. Ocado has reported a fall in sales as customers return to pre-pandemic shopping habits. The company is also experiencing significantly higher costs. In the 3 months to the end of February, retail sales fell 5.7%. The return to the office by workers and the euphoria of going back to restaurants after restrictions eased have reduced demand. Ocado does not currently pay a dividend. At number 4, down 13%, is Kingfisher, the owner of B&Q and Screwfix. During lockdown, the company did very well as many people renovated their homes. The company said that profits will fall this year as the lockdown bounce continues to ease and inflation pressures mount. Kingfisher pays a dividend of 4.8%. At number 3, down 14%, is Admiral Group. This company is one of the UK's largest motor insurers, but has stated that its dividend will be lower than expected. This has sent its shares tumbling. Admiral's UK motor insurance division performed well, but its international operations showed a fall in profits of 21%. The dividend yield is 5.1%. At number 2, down 17%, is Barclays. Barclays was the very first company I bought in my dividend portfolio. I've held them for over 13 years and I buy all my shares through the Barclays Smart Investor platform, but but the shares have not been doing too well over the last month. The bank faces a £450 million hit, a delay to its share buyback plan and scrutiny from the regulators after it issued $15 billion worth of financial products in the US which it didn't have permission to do, and must now buy them back at a higher price. The dividend yield is currently 4.1%. And the biggest fall of this month, down 26%, is the British media company ITV. Investors have been spooked recently by ITV's plans to increase spending on content production. City analysts believe that the increased spending suggests that the company is struggling to compete with the American streaming giants. We will have to see if ITV's increased spending pays off. ITV currently pays a dividend of 4%. And now for the ex-dividend dates. In April, there are 23 FTSE 100 companies going ex-div. If you hold the shares before the ex-dividend date, then you are entitled to the dividend and it will be paid to you on the payment date. As an example, the first in the list is DS Smith, which goes ex-dividend on the 7th of April. So if you hold the shares in this company before that date, you will receive 4.8 pence for every share held, and this will be paid to you on the payment date, which is the 3rd of May. 11 companies goes ex-dividend on the 7th of April, including the very popular Lloyds and Aviva. 5 companies, including BAE Systems and Legal & General, go on the 21st of April, and 6 companies go on the 28th of April, including Reckitt Benckiser and Fresnillo. And now for the dividend payment dates in April. Some very popular shares pay out in April, including Barclays, Diageo, GSK, Rio Tinto and HSBC. And just for interest, here are the highest yields in the FTSE 100. The average dividend yield in the whole index is currently 3.5%. I prefer to buy companies with yields between 3 and 6%. There is always a risk that a dividend with a very high yield could be cut, so always do your own research before buying. Now for a quick summary of the latest FTSE reshuffle. 4 times a year, a few companies drop out of the top flight and are replaced by others promoted from the FTSE 250. The 2 companies recently falling out of the FTSE are Evraz and Polymetal. The 2 who recently joined the FTSE 100 are Howdens Joinery and Endeavour Mining. Please give this video a like if you found it useful and would like me to continue doing these monthly market reports. See you next time and happy investing.